Hi guys, welcome to my week 7 post VSG update. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy on October 20th, 2016 in Morristown, New Jersey at Morristown Medical Center with Dr. Michael Nussbaum. Okay, so it's week 7. My high weight, starting weight, day of surgery, whatever, was 265. Today I am 231.8. So while in 7 weeks that's an overall loss of 33.2 pounds, from last week that's only 0.4, like not even half a pound. And I'm pretty disappointed. Honestly, it's been a tough week. I don't know, I've just been in a bad mood. It's like, I don't know. I've been on my period a lot, on and off. If you guys are on my Instagram, you know I've been complaining about that. I kind of calculated that since surgery, I've had my period for like 24, 25 days, and I'm only like 50 days out, basically. So, I mean, not consecutively, but like 2 weeks post-op, I had a normal period. Well, a period that was regularly scheduled, but it was much longer. I mean, before surgery, my periods were like 2 days at most. This one was like 9 or 10 days. Then I had 2 weeks off. Then I had another one that was 9 or 10 days. Then I had like 4 days off, and then I had another one that was like 4 days. That just ended. But it's been like, I don't know. I just feel gross. I feel tired and like, I don't know, uninspired, I guess. I'm still eating right. Staying on track with that. That's pretty easy. Honestly, the food has not been a problem at all. Every morning I have a premiere with some coffee, and then throughout the day I mostly have like fish, eggs, cheese, kind of discovering a few other things. Trader Joe's guacamole, which I put on everything. It's so good. It's like a reduced guilt guacamole, whatever. Getting a little bit more creative with my fish and shrimp and things like that. But the eating part hasn't really been hard. I don't really get too hungry. I'm drinking my water just fine. So, I had some questions about the vitamins that I take, and I wanted to cover that before this just becomes like a total Debbie Downer video. So I want to show you what vitamins I take. I take a lot. Well, I don't know, not that many compared to some people, I guess. But I will show you. So every day I take calcium. And I didn't really want there's like caramel gummy things that a lot of calciums come in. Those are really high in carbs, and I'm trying to obviously cut back on carbs, so I decided not to go with those. So I have these Celebrate Calcium. These are 500. I take one first thing in the morning because they're best absorbed on an empty stomach. Then I take the second one last thing before I go to bed. They're enormous, but I mean, it basically tastes like a Tums or a Maalox or something. I think they taste just fine. So have that, and then in the middle of the day I have a little like pill holder thing, and I take a whole bunch of other things. So I take biotin gummies. They're not like sugar coated gummies though. They had to be chewable, and this was the only chewable kind. So these I just got from like Walmart or Target. Biotin gummies. I take B12 gummies. I take a multivitamin. Now, about the multivitamin, my nutritionist and endocrinologist have both said that like Flintstones Complete is totally fine. It has enough iron, it has enough everything, that you don't need special multivitamins or bariatric chews or anything like that, that those are just a ploy to get your money. I don't know, I trust them, whatever. Trust your doctors. Listen to whatever they say. So I got the off-brand of the Flintstones Complete because I'm kind of cheap and I don't like to spend a lot of money on things if I don't have to. These are the Walmart brand of the Flintstones Complete. So it's funny because they're not like Flintstones characters, but I have like, I don't know if you can see, but they're other animals. Like this one's a little lion. I don't know why. It like really makes my day to like know which animal I'm eating for the day. Okay, I also have, I take a stool softener every day. For now, only one. If you recall, like kind of early on, I had some serious constipation issues, and so once that cleared up with a laxative, I was recommended to start taking a stool softener every day. So this is the Walmart brand of Colace. Colace is apparently a very standard common thing. I'd never heard of it. This is all kind of new to me. But there's a Walmart brand. It works just fine. Now I only take one a day. I was taking first 3 a day, then 2 a day, and now 1 a day. But now that I'm incorporating more foods, I'm not sure that I really even still need this, but it's nice to have. I'm not allowed to have anything with fiber, really, like fibrous foods or like a Metamucil supplement until I'm 3 months out, I think. I have to double check the book, but not for a while. So I think once I can start really having fibrous foods or a fiber supplement, I'll cut these out. But until then, I'm taking these. Before my surgery, I was really deficient in vitamin D, so I was taking a vitamin D every day in addition to a prescription vitamin D. Now I'm only taking the prescription. This is 50,000 units. I take it once per week. These are little gel caps, so no problem there. These are a prescription. And then I'm also taking a Protonix. This is a generic version of Protonix. It's called pantoprazole. I have never had gastric reflux or GERD or any kind of symptoms like that, so I was very hesitant to start taking this. It's not chewable. It's just a little pill, though, so it's pretty easy to swallow. It's pretty hesitant to take these, and every time I talk to my surgeon, I'm like, do I really still need to take these? And they say, you know, yes, obviously, post-VSG, acid reflux, GERD kind of symptoms happen in a lot of people, so this is kind of like preventative and to just keep my stomach healing properly. So I take these once a day. I don't really notice it. No side effects, no effects whatsoever, I guess. So there's that. And I brought these too because honestly these have become kind of part of my regimen. This is good old Midol, which I have always loved. I don't take it every day, but only when I'm feeling either like really crampy or really depressed. Do I take these? Now the problem with these is that compared to everything else I just showed you, they are enormous. They're really big. I mean, they're normal size, but now they feel really big. So when I take one, I like make sure I line it up properly in my mouth. It cannot go sideways. I will probably die. So I have to line it up, and then I kind of stand it up on the side, and then I drink like a lot of water, but you know I can't really drink a lot of water. So I take one and then wait like half an hour before I take the other one because it takes that long to really feel like it's gone all the way down. But these are great, obviously. So those are the things I take every day, except I don't take this every day, and the vitamin D is only once a week. As far as how long I will have to take these, I think the Protonix, which is the gastric reflux, is only for 3 months. Like I said, the Colace I'm only going to take until I can start having fiber. The vitamin D, we'll see. Every time I get my blood work done, they check it, and only this past time was I in normal levels, but I had been taking that prescription for almost a year, and my vitamin D levels have been really low, so we'll see. And the other things, I'm not sure. I'm guessing like a year, but it's totally fine with me. It's really not that much. It really doesn't bother me. I don't dislike any of them. I mean, I was very good about taking all of my vitamins beforehand, like before the surgery, so this really isn't a change for me. So that's really all I have to say this week. Over the weekend, I went to my nephew's 4th birthday party, which was really fantastic. I live in New Jersey, but right now I'm in Louisiana, which is where most of my family lives. And I don't normally get to do stuff like this because I'm out of town, but I was just so excited to be there, and it was just so much fun. And of course, at a 4-year-old's birthday party, there's not a lot of healthy foods, so there was like cookie cake and cookie and pizza and chips. So I went prepared. I had like string cheese in my purse, and I did actually have a piece of cookie cake that was like maybe this big, and then I was like, oh, I hope I don't get really sick because this would be a bad time to get sick, but I didn't. And so more and more I'm realizing these kind of like slider foods or whatever, they go down just fine. And that's why it's dangerous, because they don't make you feel full, and in my case at least, they don't have any kind of negative effects. So I kind of feel like I could have eaten lots of cookie cake. But the good thing about the surgery is that I feel, I don't know, it's like I don't feel hungry. I don't feel cravings. I mean, I do feel cravings like mentally, like, oh, I'm in the mood for this or I'm in the mood for that, but it's not like physical the way it was before. So I'm totally okay with just eating like some string cheese and I'm fine. It's not like, oh, I'm dying for some pizza. Like, didn't happen. which was pretty crazy. That was kind of the first time I'd really, really put myself in that kind of tempting situation, and it worked out. Now, I've told you before that I'm keeping the secret, and my family doesn't know. This is actually my husband's family, is his brother's son who had the baby, who has the kids, and they definitely didn't know. But from the start of the weekend, I was with them all weekend. From the start of the weekend, I just told them I was doing low carb, and that kind of covers it, you know. So like at one point, we stopped at a Whataburger. And I just got like a grilled chicken sandwich and only ate the chicken breast like with a knife and fork, and was really, really slow about it. And they absolutely looked at me like I was crazy because I didn't order fries, I didn't order soda, and I didn't eat the bread off of a Whataburger. But I told them I was just doing low carb, and they were like, oh, okay, and then they get it, you know. So that's been fine. They didn't really I don't know. I mean, throughout the weekend, they were like, oh, just have a bite of this, just have a bite of that. And I think people do it from, like, a good-hearted place, you know. I think they just, like, want you to enjoy what they're enjoying. So I very much try to be participatory in whatever's going on. And, like, oh, I had a little bit of cookie cake or whatever. I don't want it to be like, oh, you have your party and I'm just going to be here in the corner, like, not participating. So it really wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. So once I told them the low carb thing, it was like they know what that means and it clicks for them. Over the weekend, they also like fried catfish for po' boys and stuff like this. So hush puppies. So obviously didn't eat the bread, just ate the fish. Like kind of took the breading off of the fish, which of course looked really weird. Didn't have a hush puppy, but like I said, I mean, really just eating the fish, I was so full because this fish, like, I mean, I didn't eat the whole thing, but these fillets were enormous. So so it was fine. My point is that it's going really well in terms of eating and social situations. So I feel good about that. I mean, this week I was totally on track with my diet. I've been exercising a lot, body pump and step classes every other day. So I feel really good, and that's why I'm like frustrated about the weight loss being so slow. I guess this is kind of like a stall, except, I mean, it really was a stall all week. I didn't actually drop the like 0.4 until today. So I think maybe, I know I've been saying I'm okay with being a daily weigher, but maybe for next week I won't weigh myself until, like, I'll give myself a week off the scale, because some days it's just annoying. Like, it just puts me in a bad mood for the rest of the day. And I realized that I used to be a daily wearer before the surgery, and I didn't really care. The thing is I didn't care if I went up or down, because I was just like, I'm fat, who cares? But now, because I like really want to actively be losing weight on days that I don't, it's frustrating. So I know it's a long-term thing. I know I'm doing fine. I know, like, I mean, I'm following the guidelines pretty much exactly. So I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, on a like logical level, I know that everything's fine. But it's just annoying. So I think I'm going to give myself a week off the scale. I'm going to try anyway. The scale is like right next to where I sit all day, so maybe I'll move it. Because this past week was so frustrating. Sometimes I'd weigh myself like 2 and 3 times in the day to see if like, oh, maybe I just weighed myself at a bad time the first time. No. So yeah, I'm going to move the scale. I'm going to try to give myself a week without the scale, see what happens. And we're going to go from there. I mean, of course, a lot of holiday events coming up this week. I mean, it's basically almost Christmas, and so everybody's having holiday parties and things, get-togethers. So I feel really good about being able to navigate those successfully. So I'll let you know how that goes. How are you? How's your holiday been? I haven't started shopping at all. And my husband is like so not interested this year. I don't know. Some years he's really into it, and some years he's like, you just buy whatever you want, which is not helpful at all. So, so anyway, that's probably what I'm going to be doing this weekend, making him accompany me while I shop and wrap presents and stuff. How are you? How are things? Any parties coming up? I love seeing your outfits that you're picking, and how great you guys are doing. So keep up the good work, and we will talk next week. Okay.